Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's part 3. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to cut all these little brackets off here, and there, and this, and probably the battery too, because we really don't need it on there. And then we're going to probably take the exhaust off, the air, and the gas tank to set this motor back in the frame to see what we got. I did find out that is a 420 sprocket and a 420 chain, and that's what we got at this moment. So got the tools out here, got some. Gonna go ahead and cut these off real quick. Okay, so as you can see, our brackets are gone now, so that freed up a lot more space. We're kind of thinking about two options here. I could notch this one and notch this one and bring the center up. Of course, I'd have to cut it down here and then cut it loose from right here and bring this whole piece up. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Just trying to throw rough ideas out here. But I know I got to take the gas tank stuff off to make it fit the way it is right now. And I'll see what it looks like. I have some L channel that I can build the motor brackets out of. So let's see. Okay, so to take the exhaust off, you have these two right here, which is a 1/2 inch. Take them off, and your exhaust comes right off. Okay, so to remove the gas tank, you have two nuts on this side here. Then you have a bolt that goes through right here, your top line, and then your gas line from the bottom. Okay, so to remove the plastic cover and stuff, you have two nuts right here. They are a 10mm. Then you have the one hose that goes over to right here. It went back in there. Right. This one. So you have two nuts and then this one. And then you can pull your carburetor piece off. Okay, so for the throttle to be able to work off of your switch, you will have to loosen this one right here, and then that will let that go. So you'll run your throttle cable through right here and hook it into this one. And then, sorry about that, the neighbor's digging post over there. Okay, so the problem we're running into is I can't get it over far enough, for one, because these bars are hitting the valve cover, and for two, this brake is in the way of the carburetor. So we're gonna have to remove the brake, extend it out probably, and we're gonna have to cut these off right here. So we're gonna have to cut them off right here and right here, and then we can always weld on another brace or something to come from here up. But that's not going to work this way for this particular, the frame's is too narrow, so we'll have to extend that over. So we'll take the brake assembly off and we'll cut these bars off, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so we removed the brake here, so I think I'll put the torque converter on it, or at least a plate, and try it in there to see what it looks like. Okay, so in order for the torque converter to fit, I had to take my grinder and cut half of the little nub off right here so the torque converter would set flat. Okay, as you can see, or hopefully you can see, we got plenty of clearance so it's not against the back of it now. So, good deal. Okay, so looking at this, we're hitting there and there, so we're just going to hack these bars out because I can't get it to set over. I mean, it's pretty close, but it won't set in there the way it needs to be, because it needs to be the back brought up just a little bit, and it won't set in there because of these bars. So we're going to take these bars out now, and I might end up welding a piece just straight from here to there, like I said earlier. Okay, as you see, they're cut off. I'm just doing rough fitment today, so I cut this bracket off to leave the bracket there for the rear brake, disc brake. So we got them bars cut off, and I mean, it doesn't seem like it's taken any structural integrity away from it. But what I was thinking about doing is jacking this piece up right here, jack it up, or cut it and then weld it solid and then put another bar down the side. It's either way you want to do it. Okay, as you can see, we definitely have plenty of room to work around here. Maybe even enough to put the air cleaner back on it. Don't know yet. So yeah, that's where we're at. Cut these off, cut them rear tabs off there. I have to do a little patch weld down there. I got into the bottom one while trying to cut it off. Should have used the Sawzall blade, but you know, it happens. So now we just have to find some flat plate or something to put here to get the motor up. Okay, so this is just us brainstorming some here. The chain is riding on this, but the motor itself has to come up because it's hitting here. So I just took the master link out of the chain just to see. But as of right there, I mean, we're riding pretty straight. It needs to go over just a hair more, but I'm hitting on the other side as well. So we're going to have to find something to build some motor mounts to raise this engine up a little bit. Okay, so this is what we got so far. I just took a board for fabbing it up here, and I cut the board to fit the frame rails. And we are hitting on the torque converter, so I took this eighth inch plate and put it in the back, so that lined us up pretty good with the chain. It has to go over, the whole motor has to slide over just a little bit. Okay, so as y'all can see, it's definitely weather changed today. So what I ended up doing is I ended up cutting these bars off here. I got to raise the motor between the plate that I ordered and this roughly 1.5 inches to 2 inches, depending on where the motor's setting. But if I slide the motor right here, I can run the throttle cable down like that and hooks in right here, roughly, and then it works. Do the throttle lane, and it's not binded up, and he can turn the wheels and everything and it won't move the throttle. If nothing else, you can use an old bicycle cable and cut it down and solder a tit onto the end of it right there at my finger, or you can use a wire stop. But anyway, so we got her figured out about how we're going to do it now. Just waiting for the parts to come in, and some of them arrived today, some of them arrived in 3 days from now. So I'll get it put together. But this is supposed to be storming, so figured this would be a good project to do today. And I just noticed we got a hub or something loose over there, so I have to fix that. But anyway, so we roughly got to raise the engine up and get our chain lined up. I got some L channel that I'll probably build up on each side and make it stand up, and then be able to bolt the engine plate straight to it. Bolt it to the motor, bolt it to that. But I will see y'all on the next one. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And sorry this is taking so long. It's what happens when you have to work outside. Y'all have a great day. Stay safe, happy, and healthy out there if you're driving on these slick roads. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.